Welcome back to the Leadership Lab, the show where we explore leadership, entrepreneurship, and systems that help people build meaningful work and lasting success. Today's guest is Rick Morgan, franchise consultant and transition mentor at the Franchise Consulting Company. Rick helps aspiring business owners discover franchise opportunities that their unique motivations, strengths, and long-term goals. Rick, welcome, and let's start like the beginning. I'd love to hear more about your journey. How did you start at this? And the audience would love to hear about it as well.
Well, thank you, Joseph. It's a privilege to be on your show, and I appreciate it. I truly appreciate being a guest. Well, it's with the Franchise Consulting Company. This November of 26 will be my 10th year. It really started out with me being in a career transition. Had to look for another job, and I spent decades in corporate, and I was just wondering to myself and to my wife at the time that what if there's something else I can do where I can bring my skill and experience into and build something for myself. That's a long way of saying I wanted to explore entrepreneurship. And I happened to go to a network meeting for finance people, and there was a member. She had just left her finance career, maybe a few years, and got into this space, this franchise consulting space. And her elevator pitch just got me interested. It was just like, wow, what is this all about? Maybe this is the right thing. Took a couple of months to figure this out because people wanted to know me and make sure that I was right for it. I wanted to figure out if this is something I really wanted to do as an entrepreneur and leave that W-2 world. And now we'll fast forward 10 years and I am still doing it. I'm a partner and consultant with the Franchise Consulting Company. And I think I mentioned that November will be my 10th year with the organization. We're celebrating 10th year too. So I'm one of the originals.
Right.
And I like helping people. That's what I do.
That's really inspiring. And like that all was not planned at beginning, as you're saying. Like you didn't actually plan for it at the very first beginning.
That's right. Because my view of franchising was extremely narrow.
Yes.
Fast food retail. And I had no idea that there was this sector of helping people find that right franchise and being a consultant and a coach. And the more I dug into it, the more comfortable I felt. And that's what started this journey. You're right. It wasn't planned at all. And going back and thinking about it was, I didn't know I know I wanted to do something on my own, but I didn't know what it was. The thing about my prior career was it was varied from day to day. I worked with the sales team and worked with different individuals. So I had different tasks, different solutions to try to work towards. So I was looking for something that had that variety.
Yeah.
And this fit the bill.
I see. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. So how do you blend practical financial analysis with deeper personal purpose, like when guiding your clients?
It's different because in this world, I have to be careful.
Yeah.
I can't provide leading information or make a claim that they can make X amount of money. I can point them to the right information where they have to dig in and do their own analysis. And then with all of the other aspects, feeling comfortable about they're going to be supported. They know how to attack the market.
Right.
Feel confident that they can hit their financial goals.
Right.
In our world, we have to be careful so that
I see
the information can come back to bite us.
I see there's clarity comes here.
Yeah. The ability for someone to get the right information so that they can try to forecast on their own what they can do comes through printed material. And then, in the United States, every franchise has to produce a franchise disclosure document. In there should be some financial analysis. And then I always say the most important part of investigating a franchise is talking to franchise owners.
Yes.
And in those conversations, you can ask them more than what's available in that franchise disclosure document. So that's part of the process of figuring that out for a candidate looking at a franchise.
I see. Like I see, there's a lot of clarity, and that helps to be on the same page and like being honest even with the clients you're dealing with. Moving to the trends at the market today, like what trends are you seeing in the franchise space right now, especially for people transitioning from corporate careers to traditional job, like or traditional jobs to the industry right now?
That's a great question. I'm still seeing the growth in needed services. Something goes wrong with a property, a building, and it needs to be fixed. And there are different business models coming out. We actually have a franchise that deals with robotics and artificial intelligence. And right now they are exclusive partners with manufacturers, and they distribute robots that can service 5 or 6 different service lines. And at a conference recently, I asked the founder of the company, what's next? Is it another service line? And he mentioned it's really the humanization of robots and how figuring out how to incorporate that into this franchise model. I've seen a huge comeback in fitness.
Okay.
In certain modalities of fitness, like Pilates. There are some exciting concepts that have modernized it, moved it into more of a higher intensity activity. Those are some pretty incredible business models. There's a couple of not e-commerce, but green initiatives dealing with e-waste and textile waste. So the collection and repurposing and reselling of those have created some pretty exciting opportunities with their proven models. Then another one that is very interesting is luxury portable restrooms.
Okay.
So, you think about you owning a couple, you start off with a couple of trailers each trailer has 3 restrooms. And by luxury, they're heated and air conditioned.
Right.
They're flushable toilets and cold running water. They have laundry and shower trailers too. And they come equipped with an internet connection. So if you're off in a remote location with no internet connection, Starlink can provide service to the customers if you're out in the woods in a wedding or some sort of event. It's a great option for event coordinators, wedding planners, general contractors, etc. So those are some of the more interesting trends I've seen. Oh, another one I forgot: waste management. Replacing that big metal, ugly green dumpster with a very innovative solution is pretty damn exciting. So those are some of the trends that have come out just recently.
I agree with you, especially on like in Pilates and working out training. Like people nowadays, they're more aware. Like if there's more leaders actually figuring this out just to take the advantage of the trend the right way, they'll be able to have a lot of profits out of it.
Health wellness is another sector that's growing rapidly. Longevity, anti-aging, taking control of your health, especially after COVID. That has spawned some pretty great business models.
Right. So, like for franchise, there's a lot of fear and hesitation around franchising right now. What are some common like misconceptions that you would hear from prospective franchise?
That is only expensive. There are some great, fantastic business models under $100,000 all in to start. You don't have to spend big to do well. And as I explained with your previous question, it's so much more than fast food and retail.
Right.
It's a really broad spectrum. Another misconception is that, yes, it may be expensive, but don't have to put every dollar for the project up front. And the answer is no. You will pay your franchise fee, but then as you get ready to open, you're incurring your costs as you get ready to start your business, whether it's a service or a location. Those costs are incurred over time. So misconceptions, it's really dealing with approaching the hesitation or fear of making the change. I had somebody point out to me that what I do and say is a great thing, but perhaps I need to figure out how to address that a 20-year corporate veteran could be absolutely terrified of making this change. So how do I help that person? How do I coach them through that? Especially if they've been successful their entire career. Why do you think you'll fail now? And how many sayings have you heard? If you don't take that chance, you'll never know, and things like that. So those are some of the issues I deal with.
Yeah, I believe like failure could actually a lot of people out there, like they're just afraid to fail. That what holds them back. Business, whenever you just ask them what was the one thing that holds you back, or like the most thing that holds you back not to, to push through and just to start whatever you started or just reach this point, it's always about fearing of failing.
But that's where franchising has an advantage because whether it's a mature franchise or a new emerging brand,
Yeah.
they've been in business for a few years, several years, and they've ironed out a lot of the mistakes. And now they've created a proven system that, if followed, can deliver a higher probability of success. Not every franchise isn't equal, every operator isn't equal, but if you follow the playbook, you may reach your goals.
Yeah.
There is that opportunity
That's right.
versus starting something from scratch, you know?
Right. So for your clients right now, like walk us through the process. How do you move a client from uncertainly a confident to confident business ownership decision right now?
I'll have an initial conversation and I'll ask them what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I may ask them, is this something that you're going to try to build while keeping your job, or is it a complete change? And they'll reply. And then from there, I'll say, okay, let me give you that high level overview of how we will work together.
Okay.
And, it's really it's like you're crossing a river and you're going to step on these stones, and there are four of them. And you want to make sure that each one is firm before you move to the next. So
Right.
that first stone is getting to know each other. The more I always say, the more I know about my client, the better I can help.
Right.
And it's really a discussion about goals and having a firm understanding of those goals. So then I can work backwards and align the right industry and the right franchise model that creates this vision of this is a good path towards my goals. That happens through a couple of steps. I ask my clients to complete a brief franchise questionnaire. Then we go into a much more casual conversation. I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm taking a lot of notes, but now I've got this information about goals where I can write up a business model and send it to them. But now I'm ready to go through my inventory and start to arrange the franchises I want to show them. And I do 4 in an hour. We find 1, 2, or 3 that we want to investigate further. That's when I introduce them to the franchise company. And then together, the 3 of us,
Yeah.
franchise, the candidate and myself, work through their diligent process. And it's step by step by step, no skipping of steps. Although some candidates want to work fast, some want to work slow, but it's a process to give them a full understanding of the business model, interact with the leadership, talk with franchise owners, read over written material, the franchise disclosure document, get those questions answered, all leading towards being invited to meet the whole team. And it goes under different names of confirmation day, discovery day, meet the team day. But here is like the final dance before you could be awarded the franchise and it's time to get married.
Yeah.
At that discovery day, you're meeting them, you're interacting with them, you're talking with other potential franchise owners, understanding where they're coming from, and you can be awarded the franchise, and still it's in your hands. If everything is aligned and you see yourself being succeeding, and we're going to have fun and happy doing this while you're reaching your financial goals or personal goals, then congratulations. But if it's not for you, that's okay too. So that's kind of like the high level overview of how we would work together. I do
So
provide additional resources once they move forward too.
I see. So you're trying to map out everything like to get as much as information you could get at beginning so you can actually launch that the right way. You could start guiding them the right way.
Yes. It's a big decision, and it could be life changing, and it
Right.
could be the largest or
Sometimes
second
they would be not that
investment.
ready.
Yeah, and it's just giving the candidate the ability to get as much information as they can and get all their questions answered. So that's why it's a very thorough and diligent process, because it's going to be their decision, and it's a major one. It could be life changing, and it could be the largest or second largest investment they could make.
I see. So, like, since you work with individuals, like from many walks of life right now, executives, small business owners, career changers, what patterns do you see, like in those who succeed versus those who struggle?
As those who struggle can eventually turn that around, definitely.
Yeah,
And I've seen that. But it is really the motivation to jump all in. And if you're going to manage a team, get that team together right away. If you're going to operate the business yourself on a daily basis, then you're committed to that ramp up.
right.
I think the ramp up is key. And the more motivated and the more engulfed in getting this off the ground, better I see people do.
I see. So, moving to the future, like looking ahead, how do you see the franchise industry evolving over the next 5 to 10 years?
I see it strengthening and growing. I think there are research firms in this space that will say that millennials and Gen X, even starting with Gen Zs, are conducting business searches more often than any other generation. I think that ability to take control of your life,
Yeah.
your livelihood,
Hmm.
is going to continue to grow. I think with AI will have an impact on careers and jobs that may have individuals look at business ownership as something that they can control rather than not have that control in their career. I really see 2026 as a strong growth year. There will be some industry reports that will come out sometime this month that hopefully shows that their research indicates that 2026 and beyond will be fabulous years for franchising.
I see. Since you mentioned like AI, what do you think AI is evolving right now in this industry, and how do you actually use it yourself and in such industry just to help?
Well, I see the integration of AI in creating that a better customer experience and creating a better management tool, especially with their own lead flow and client management. If I'll use AI in different ways, a couple of different, well, I guess it's the same way. I can take the information I've gathered in my first two steps and put that information into ChatGPT. I'll use that, for example, along with the names of the franchises that I think fit their goals and see what spits
Like
out.
what match you could get out of it.
Yeah, which are the top four out of the eight
Yes.
that I should present and see how that aligns with what my thoughts are. I have input contact information about sophisticated buyers
Yeah.
and say, what is the best way for me to interact with them? How should I contact them first? How should I come off as someone who can add value to their business portfolio versus somebody who's just trying to sell them? And then there are organizational tools that I'll use to manage information, other data.
As a kind of CRM system just to manage the whole thing.
Yeah, yes, it's well we use Go High Level, so that is a great tool to build automation. You can do marketing other than just manage the conversation or contact information that you deal with your leads and
Yeah,
clients.
agree with you. So if you could just, last question would say, if you could get just one advice to someone like contemplating a big career transition through franchising, what would it be?
It really would be find out. If you're thinking about it,
Mhm.
gathering information is free, and you have so much more information about a particular franchise than you can get about any independent business.
Right.
And by going through the different steps of the process, you'll be able to figure out if it's right for you or not. And if it's not, it's okay. But don't come in with preconceived notions that as soon as I make contact with a franchisor, they're going to sell me. No, that's not true. It's got to be right for them as it is for you. So it's a very iterative dating type of process before you figure out that you're going to join their family and enter into a franchise agreement for X number of years.
Right.
Get the information at the fingertips and don't be afraid of that.
I see. Thank you so much for sharing that. That has been deeply insightful. I thank you for sharing your experience, your perspective. I know the audience out there will be enjoying that as well. Leaders will actually take advantage of what you just mentioned. Thank you so much for joining today. And for the audience out there, thank you for listening as well. Thank you, Rick.
I enjoyed it. I had fun. You run a great podcast, Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So we're done with the recording.
Okay.
It's great. We'll be working on the edits with the team. Like I'll be sending everything to the team. They'll be working on the edits to make it done. And I'll share with you once we have everything ready. So you can repost that into whatever platform that you use, like LinkedIn or anything you want.
Okay. Fantastic. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for joining today. It was a great conversation. Really enjoyed it.
I did too, and let's keep in touch, man.
Absolutely. I'll be sending you a LinkedIn, and actually, I would love to discuss more about partnership with you, like I see how you actually work, and since you were talking about AI as well, we could find a kind of partnership, like integrating AI more into your work with your team. I would love to have a discovery call next week or week after, so we can like talk about it more. let me know what works better, like next week or week after, so we can have
I'd say
a
the last week of this month works best.
last week of this month.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Would Tuesday work as well, or do you want to look for other day? Like Tuesday, that will be 20.
Yeah, Tuesday the 24th at the same time, 8 o'clock,
All
my
right.
time.
You got it that time then. Thank you for joining
Okay.
me back. Thanks.
All right. See
You
you,
have a good
John.
day.
See you later.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.